I bought the cheapest Rover P4 in the country and now it's time to see if I found a bargain or a massive mistake.
I'm in reverse now, I'm accelerating.
Between transmission plate that's double the limit and literally household items used as seals, this car is hiding some serious secrets. I'm working in the rain, fighting cobwebs and trying to bring Auntie back on the street. Is this classic Rover a dream restoration or a mechanical nightmare? Let's find out.
This means that we might have no oil. So what I'm planning to do is, after I'm checking to see if this is full, yep, I want to give it a proper clean. And does this go on the battery? Yeah, it does. Now I want to open the bonnet. What is it? This? Huh? I think I need a handle on this. Okay, let's see. Water. Yep, it's here. Well, if you're curious what I'm going to do with this car, it's not like I'm trying to make it perfect, but I want to be in a better condition that it used to be, and spend some great time with it, build some memories together. It's not about perfection. And to be honest, this is the charm of it, because just because it's not perfect, I'm not very nervous into start working on it, which is quite good. I feel quite confident in working on it. So let's put it here. So we remove the front seats. Oh, look at that! Somebody left me a souvenir. Oh, by the way, I forgot to make the tour. Look at that. I love it. I don't know what to do with this bed. It doesn't look good at all. Okay, now let's start cleaning. Well, I'm getting confused. I don't know which one to do first now. Right, well, I've moisturized this, so now we're gonna try to fit the fuel pump in place.
All I needed to do was to find and fit 2 bolts.
This is an action camera, so I know it's not very good in the dark. It's not very dark yet, but I've cleaned all the seats. I've moisturized it, and I am ready to put it in the car, but I'm gonna do it probably tomorrow.
The next day, I started by fixing the rear interior lights that weren't working.
So I guess these are bits from the other wire.
I'll take this out as well.
Same material that I used at my button. If you remember the video that we got some funds for
for Auntie. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna put the video in the top right corner. And then I start having some trouble with a few unexpected intruders.
No, stop looking like this. It's not a chicken house. No.
Yes, it does have a name. Her name is Smartass.
What? No. 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 Excuse me.
Oh! All I did was to rotate this thing.
Good enough?
This was actually a problem.
See here, this thing stays just up there, so it's not in contact anymore. It doesn't, you see, it just wriggles on this thing. So, might be the problem?
Before I continue fixing the lights, I'll fit the driver's seat before it gets dark so I can move the car around.
Please leave. Thank you. So, what I think, it had a washer here.
I tried using a fiber washer, but that broke the connection, so the lights stayed off. Then we tried making a spacer on the lathe, but that didn't really do the trick.
Well, this goes in here, but it's still too thick.
In the end, the solution was quite simple, a Doughty seal.
We have the smallest Doughty seal. Oh my god, works! Doughty seal,
No,
that's...
good thinking on your side, good thinking.
Both ramps in the workshop are busy. The Talbot is on one and another car is on the second ramp. So we set up a third ramp outside as there's no space left inside the workshop.
What I think will be useful will be to join the Rover P4 club, because obviously for all bits and bobs what we might need, I'm sure they can give us some good tips where to purchase, where to get spares, and if we need some help with any repairs. You aren't gonna believe this. Guess what I found? Ta-da! I'm so happy. I believe is this thing. Well, it's not very... Is it? Oh, guys, there's something else in there. Oh my god, are you joking? Oh my god! Previous owner is so cool. Do I have anything else in here? Better check. No, that's it. Okay, done that. What I found here is a missing stereo. So I'm pretty sure here was a speaker or something. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Such a good girl. She starts always first time so fast. Not sure, but I think she ran out of fuel. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing a fantastic job, but that's okay. Okay. Let's try again. Yeah. Good. We're going. We're going for it. Oh, easy bit. So, darling, this is the field. We've been here once with the telehandler stuck.
But when I went to park it, I noticed something was wrong.
I don't know what is happening, but it doesn't want to go any reverse. No, it's something wrong with this. We need to look into that. I'm pressing the clutch. And here.
Don't worry about the clip.
I'm in reverse now. I'm accelerating. I'm not pressing the clutch.
Wow.
Oh, now it goes. Now it hit again. And it's just hitting
Well, I think we'd have to have it on the
ramp.
ramp.
Well, look what we have. Auntie, get yourself ready.
Yeah, we got...
Oh, it's nice and sunny, so I'm gonna bring Auntie. We're gonna put it on the ramp. and see what secrets she's hiding underneath. Okay, 1 second.
Now try this one.
So, oh, it doesn't roll too much, so clearly we're gonna need to clean the brakes.
I got so much advice from you guys on the first episode of Auntie, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll definitely look into the handbrake. A lot of you mentioned checking the outrigger that carries the handbrake ratchet, as it can rust and fail completely, causing the lever to drop to the floor.
Ta-da! I think I need a bush. Okay, so we found something interesting in the book. How to actually see if you have playing the real axle. So we're gonna do that now. And I'll hold it still. Yeah?
Go on.
Yeah? And we're gonna do that according to the manual that we have. So it says here, and we have a nice diagram, which I'm gonna find it in a while here, to do something like this. So we're gonna need a pointer, and we're not gonna use a scale, we're gonna use some mathematics. Basically what they say here is that the maximum permissible backlash measured in degrees of free movement of the rear wheel are in the top gear 5 degrees, in third gear 7 degrees. We have 8. Oh dear. Well, according to the manual, we're supposed to have a maximum play in the top gear of 5 degrees, and I measured 10 degrees, so that can't be a good sign. It would only get worse. So probably we're gonna need to remove the rear axle and see what is happening there. Okay, let's remove the wheels. Come on.
While I'm here, I decided I might as well clean the brakes. Maybe the wheels will rotate more easily.
Let's see if this will help. Oh no! It's raining! Oh dear! I don't know why it's raining that bad already. Okay, we'll be back. Well, the rain has stopped, so we continue. I bet they haven't been cleaned in a while.
But that was nothing compared to what I found next.
What is this here? Okay. Oh, it's raining again. Oh God. Oh well, guess we're gonna wait a little bit again. What is this?
Well, I think you definitely can put that in the bin.
Oh. Oh. It's...
What? Oil?
No, it has here a seal. Well, if you put here the finger, you can feel the small gap. This means that we might have no oil in the...
Well, the thing to do is there a level plug?
Oh God, okay. So I guess the purpose of that sponge was actually there's supposed to be a seal, and the purpose of that sponge, I suppose, is to keep the oil from leaking. So I don't know how much it leaked. Maybe this is why the car hasn't done any kilometers from an MOT to MOT. That's not good news. We might need some gears, but we don't know yet. We'll check and we'll see. Well guys, I don't think I'll be able to do anything else tonight. So I just blow some air in here to make it to dry it. And I'm gonna put these bags on it. Sorry, Auntie. Well, I guess I'm gonna end this episode here. Well, of course, there's still lots of work to do, but I guess I was expecting on the way. Thanks for watching.